Welcome for anyone who's here. Okay, so funny story. I mean, is it really? Probably not. Do I need these right now? Maybe. Okay, so my plan was to go live today. Hey, thanks for joining. The thing is then I got a new phone in the mail and I was like, oh God, gotta get this new phone set up. So I can't do the live. And then whatever. So I'm setting up the new phone. Now I'm super behind with all this other stuff because I've been setting up the new phone, which is why I'm sitting right here in this random corner because, you know, when you get a new phone, they have to like be close together. So I'm stuck in this corner with my phones, and I would have put this on hold doing the live, but I told myself that I was going to do a live on Tuesday, and I didn't get to because I was running errands. And so I was like, well, I have to do it on Friday. So here I am doing the live on Friday because I said I would. It's not ideal. It's not ideal situation. Hey, thanks for being here. It's not the ideal setup. Didn't want to be hanging out in this little corner in my kitchen, syncing my phones. But when I say I'm going to do something, I have this thing where I kind of have to do it. And do I have a check? I actually do have an actual literal checkbox that I mark off. But it's also just in my head where like, I said I was going to do this thing and then I didn't do it. This is not what I had planned to talk about today, but maybe I can bridge the gap here. But it applies to working out and eating healthy because this is what comes up all day, every day, right? It's like you wake up, you were going to wake up early, but then you didn't. Not you in particular. I'm not calling anyone out, just in general. This is like people. And that was another thing. Today I actually woke up when I wanted to, and I told myself I would. This whole week I've been trying to wake up a little bit earlier. And this morning when I caught myself, I've been trying to wake up at 5. I've been waking up at like 5:08, which I know is not a big deal, but I have a certain routine in the morning that I'm trying to do and certain things I'm trying to accomplish by 6:30 because that's when everybody else gets up. So if I get up at 5, there's time for everything. So, how does this work? Does that work? I don't know. You let me know. So today when I saw that the time was 4:58, I was like, yes, I'm doing it. I'm going to get up. Like, I'm going to do it. It's going to feel so good. And it felt so good that it's 2:21 and I'm still feeling good about the fact that I followed through with what I said. Okay, so that brings me to doing this live, this uncomfortable live, which I'm going to keep doing because I want them to be comfortable. I want people to join me and ask questions. I did post a question this week about what y'all want me to talk about. And two of the things that I asked, I'm not going to say chat because I don't use chat. GPT, I actually use Gemini. So do I say asked Gemini or asked AI? Because I'm not asking chat. Maybe I say Gemini. I mean, Gemini sounds pretty cool. So I asked Gemini what I thought I should talk about. And a couple of the things that came up that y'all also liked was the things in my gym bag. And then also like pantry and food. Pantry and fridge, like food, and kind of tie it into how I set up my environment to set myself up for success kind of thing, which I do talk about in the LFG, like setting up your environment to help you where you need help and to hinder you where you need hindrance. Like I don't have any red vines in the house right now. Kind of a sour subject because I wanted some for tonight and they are not in stock at the store. So that's unfortunate, which is why I was buying in bulk for a while, but I quit buying in bulk. It sounds like I'm buying them like at cost or whatever it's called, but I'm actually just buying like 10 at a time at Whole Foods. But I don't do that anymore because I find that I have a hard time just having one pack, and then, because I'll buy 10 and be like, oh, that's 2 months worth of red vines, and they'll be gone in 2 weeks. So I quit doing that. So now that I wanted them for tonight and the store's out, I'm like, oh crap, if only my self-control was better. Let's sigh. Do people say that out loud or just type it? I've only ever typed it. It doesn't sound as good when I like say it out loud. So just try to erase that. So as I was saying, awkward moment. This is why I'm doing this, to practice so that it's not so uncomfortable. Checking off the daily things that I tell myself I'm going to do, which is why I made the vault, which I'm really excited about. I'm kind of obsessed with this idea. I am actually in like a business coaching group that is done on Telegram, which in the past I have mixed feelings about, I'll be honest. It can be really helpful and it can be a little like scattered all over the place, unorganized. I like things very organized. Like, do any of you use Microsoft Outlook? I'm obsessed with using Microsoft Outlook for email ever since I did for work when I worked for a corporate job like forever ago, like over 10 years ago. I use Outlook for my personal life because I just love how organized it is. And even though I have a Gmail account, I don't like how the folders are, a whole other topic. Y'all are not here for email management skills. So moving on. I just like things really organized. However, I do think Telegram offers some options in terms of like a intimate group setting, or it doesn't even have to be super intimate, but just like a one-to-many setup. I think there's a word I'm looking for. That's not it. A one-to-many, doesn't matter. And like broadcast channel type of thing where I can communicate with y'all things that I know you're interested in because you've asked me over and over again the same questions and the same things. And so much of it is in the LFG. I have everything in the LFG. I am continuing to add to it because every now and then something will change, or I'm like, oh, this is a good idea, or I'll switch this around. And so all those will be everything's in the LFG that I've been doing so far. When I come out with an update, you'll have the updated information. And anyone who buys the LFG as is now will get all future updates at no additional cost. However, back to the vault. I was just obsessed with this idea of being able to communicate some of the daily things that I do. So I realized that I gained a little weight, not like, sorry, that's weird. I need to maybe click do not disturb next time. I feel like it's mostly after the past 2 weeks, which is interesting because over the holidays, I feel like I ate the holiday food, I did all the things, but I stuck to the program in the LFG and I don't really think I gained much. But in Hawaii, even though I went to the gym, I guess I ate, I don't know. It was vacation for 7 days. I stuck to some of the principles in the LFG, but basically I found some old pictures of myself and I was like, I want to be like that again. And for no other reason, just because it feels good. It feels good to feel like I'm doing my best for myself. And so I was like, well, I should tell people, I should tell my followers, I should tell my friends, and then they can join me and I can like share the little nuances of the things that I do throughout the day. So maybe you can learn something and answer some of the questions that people have and kind of, what's the word? The opposite of curious, like to quelch your, I'll get better at this, I promise. There's a term, like ease your curiosity, whatever. Feel free to type it in the comments of the chat if you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so I thought that would be helpful. So it's called The Vault. I'm super stoked about it. I think my new phone is ready. Might be perfect timing. A little too many of those too. I really hope you join me in the vault. It starts March 16th. The idea was that I'm prepping for spring break, and at first I was calling it spring break, but my lovely friend mentioned that, well, most spring breaks are over by then, so it's kind of weird. And I was like, you know what? She's so right. The vault sounds much better, and it kind of encompasses more of what I'm going to be doing, which is sharing all the foods, the fitness, the walks, the calories, the fasting, the tweaks that I make, the swaps that I make, the grocery trips that I make, the grocery hauls. And so I'm going to share that in the vault. So, hey, thanks for being here. So hopefully I'll join. Hopefully I see y'all there. There is a link in my bio for it. You can also comment or reply vault on any of my content, and I will get back to you with the link to join. Right now there's just an intro message in there, and we'll start March 16th. It'll be Monday through Friday. Hope to see you there. If you have any questions, you know where to find me here on Instagram. Go ahead and leave any questions in the comments, or you can always send me a DM as well, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for being here. I see a few of y'all joined in, and that's awesome. I really appreciate it, and hope I see all of you in the vault. Bye.